Hey everybody, welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for Tuesday the 28th of June. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a great day. For whatever reason lately, I got thinking about heartbreak and broken hearts and things breaking and things like that. And got thinking about, first of all, I started thinking how depressing that is and how awful it is when you get your heart broken and or when something, something important to you breaks or something and it's so depressing. And then I got thinking about something because the other day um, we were doing something that our kitchen, our new house, our kitchen is here, and then we have a den here, a little fireplace, TV, couch, and stuff. And my husband we were sitting and eating our dinner in front of the television. We were watching the Colorado St. or Tampa Bay game, not the one where Colorado won, but one of the games. And I don't know what happened, but my husband, all of a sudden, his dinner plate went flying across the room, and things like everything was everywhere. Now the plate didn't break, nothing was broken, but there was food everywhere, and of course, a dude wanting to be the helpful dog that he is was trying to clean up for us. But we were really aware that part of what went flying was also his beverage, his drink, which hit the floor, and we have brand new laminate wood laminate flooring down, and we're trying to soak it up before it got soaked in. And I sort of thinking, it was a lazy Tuesday or Wednesday night, and we were sort of like, for us to watch the game, then it was pretty late at night, and it's like we had been kind of like not motivated to do anything. And it was really funny how quickly we moved when we thought something had broken, when we had an accident. Like, he got up and grabbed his plate. He was trying to pull food off the floor, and I ran into the kitchen and got paper towels. And like, we don't move that fast. It was just like, okay. And then I got thinking, about when things break. When I break something, like say I've broken a glass, I'm a bit of a klutz. It happens quite often. Um, Probably because of my dog, I am really quick to make sure I try to get all the pieces of glass, the shards of glass off the floor and wipe up whatever liquid is there and things like that because I don't want him to walk in it. I don't want him to cut himself, and I don't want to cut myself either, but you know, something breaks, we move quickly. If we're in an accident, we get out of our cars to check the damage. We don't sit and, call up our neighbor and have a chat before we get out and look. When something breaks, it causes us to move faster. It's an impetus for us to get going. And well, something breaking often has that sense of something of a loss, that if something's broken, we can't ever have it back the way it was. Even if we can super glue that plate back together, it's never going to be the way it was before. But I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times in my life when I begin to discover that the things that the way it's super glued back together is actually more beautiful in some ways. Not because it's bittersweet, I guess I should say. It would be nice if it was perfect still. But in that break, there is the recognition, the memory of what happened, and then also the ability to try to put it back together. And then every time I use it, it brings me back to other memories and things like that. But that sense that when something has broken, it causes us to do a new thing, whether it's try to repair the old broken thing, to go out and get a new thing. Like if I break my favorite mug to smithereens, I've got this one here. I have had this mug, in case you can't see this, is Get the Flock Out of Here. I've had this mug since I graduated high school. So, oh, 51. So we're talking 32 years, 33 years, 32 years. It's filthy because I keep pens and pencils in it. But my sister gave that to me long before she knew that I'd be priest and I would have a flock. But it was cute and she got it for me. It's got a sheet for a handle. But if I broke this mug, it would be difficult. I would be upset because I've got so many memories of it. The person who gave it to me is someone I love dearly and all those things. But it wouldn't be devastating. Like, it might feel like it for a minute, but not for long because it can be replaced. It's a thing. It can be replaced. Another mug could be found to keep my pencils in. Maybe not the same meaning, but the memories would still always be there. Just because it's broken doesn't mean I don't still have the memories that I carry with me, and I don't need it to remember things. But sometimes when something is broken, it gives us opportunity to rebuild better. I don't know if this is true. If there's any arborists out there in the crowd, you can let me know it's true, if this is true or not. But they say that where a tree is broken, where a limb is cut off, or lightning strikes it, it grows, it heals stronger. That where the break was, it actually will grow. It'll be stronger than it was before. And I wonder if that's not true for you and I. Those things that break us, those things that tear our heart out, those things that break us and make us feel like we can't go on. In retrospect, yeah, in that moment, it feels devastating. It feels like there's nothing else we can do. But when we look back on those times, do we not get stronger? Do we not learn something from that? Now, probably everybody has an exception to what I just said, an exception to the rule. But even me looking back on like relationships I've had, when my heart was broken, I look back and, the heartache of being a teenager in love and all of those things. Even times when my husband and I have broken each other's hearts, we have grown stronger together. It doesn't make those memories go away. It doesn't take the hard times and make them just vanish and disappear into the ether. But looking back, I can see that we've worked hard to come back together in a stronger way. We learned from mistakes. We learned how to love through difficult situations. We became stronger as individuals and stronger as a couple, like that broken tree. And I can't help but think that maybe sometimes, just because something breaks, maybe that's not a bad thing. Yeah, in the moment it's devastating. But maybe, when like something breaking on the floor, it makes us move quickly. It makes us make a decision. How many times have we sat still because we couldn't make a decision, or we wouldn't make a decision, but then something happens, something catastrophic or something outside of our control happens that shakes us up and makes us go. We've got to make that decision now. I got to clean up that broken glass now. I've got to get out of my car and see if the person that I hit, I haven't done that before, but just an example, if they're okay. What's the damage to my car? What are the next steps that have to happen? Something breaking can actually break open our lives and help us to get out of the rut we're in and get moving and make a decision, and maybe something good will come out of it. Maybe we will grow stronger where that part of us has been broken. I'm not suggesting that that having something broken is something to look forward to. It isn't. But we all know that things break, and we have moments in our lives when we break. The question becomes, if we break, do we just sit in the rubble of our brokenness? Or do we get up and get moving and create something new out of it? Discover what might happen. Maybe even discover other people and circumstances that will help us to become whole again. Maybe just whole in a different way. I've just got thinking about that maybe it's perspective. Maybe things aren't so bad as they seem. Maybe being broken is the first step in becoming whole. What do you think? Have a great day. God bless you. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for Wednesday with Church at Home with Rachael.